Once again, wow, 4,000 subscribers. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the likes and the thumbs up and the sharing. I really appreciate that. Well, this is what I've been working on. I have these little servos coming, just waiting for them to arrive. And these wing servos. And once again, I'm showing you how I would like to design some type of servo bank. And these like little screw points, and this part here would be printed. I kind of like to design things modular, like have something like a plate go into a socket of some sort. That way I can avoid printing supports. That way it'll be a lot more or less cleaning to do, or less, because there's times that I've printed everything one big piece and broke something and have to redo a 20-hour print. And this is SketchUp, what I'm using. And I really enjoy this software mainly because of the measurement. You know, I can lay it on a line and it will give me a measurement, and it will always find center. I do a lot of these little sketches, little tests, you know, when I get the servo and I can physically look at it, and even though I have it, on a 2D screen, it still feels different until I get it in my hand physically. But this will give me a plate, and I'll have a plate that I can also connect to the other side, and then I can connect this plate here to the other front servos. That way those servos could be eye servos. And see, this could change the entire design of the animatronic that I was, like the alien creature I was doing. But because this will save a lot of space, these servos, and they're just as strong as the other servos. But it's just something that I'm testing, and it's all about space right now, because if I can make an animatronic with 8 movements in the head and reduce the size of it, that will reduce the size of the printer needed, or that's the whole key. And then that way I can print the skin sculpture. And I might say printing skin, but physically I'm not printing the skin. I'm printing a bust that I can mold to make the skin. And sometimes, like you see here, I'm putting $1 inside my design here. And $1 is 156 millimeters. So I'll put this image inside my design, and then I can have a rough estimate of a physical size of the design. So I decided to do it like another sketch or another sculpture. And what I did here is I copied this entire animatronic. Now this is the older one, and this has no gimbal to it. So I did an STL file and I put it in ZBrush, and just doing a little doodle sketch, something new, as a different type of alien, maybe add some ears to it. But I just sit here and took 1 hour and did a small sculpture. I get in here and I start playing with some sculpting and ZBrush. And I started out sculpting with Sculptress, and used it for 5-6 years. And that's what got me into digital sculpting. And eventually I got into ZBrush. And a lot of these softwares, and as far as me being a designer, you find where you really like measurement, and then you starting to like metric system, because, you know, Imperial is the United States, and I would say 99% of the designs or designers today is a metric system. A lot of the softwares, you know, with their measurements, you know, you get used to a certain workflow and you prefer a measurement. And once again, all softwares are different and all of them have their own learning curves. But you know, Blender's free, SketchUp 2017 is free, and I mean, there's a lot of free softwares out there that helps on design. But right here on the sculpture here, I'm just trying to get it to, you know, even though it doesn't have the skull cover on it yet, it's going to be the basic shape. But yet, once again, when I put the new servos in it, I can reduce the size even more. And the key is, you know, a lot more movement. It's going to make it a lot more realistic. So, but this is what I come up with this ZBrush little clay sculpture, put some texture on it. But also what I've been working on is this baby newborn type deal. Now this sculpture is done by a doll maker that I've been working for, doing some animatronic work. And as you see here, she did a sculpture for me on my core. And I sent her a core and she did a physically clay sculpture, and I guess it's monster clay. And I cut the clay off of one side so I could see the thickness and see how much that I needed to adjust the skull and adjust the core. And well, that's where I'm at with this. And as you see, it's only like 5 millimeters, 5 to 7 millimeters that I had to raise it. And as being how wide it is, it's good on the width. But as far as this is the first measurement that I got, I just took measurements with a caliber on this silicone head that she sent me, so I could get a basic shape. But now it's changed to where I need to make some adjustments to this animatronic to where it won't be so thick with silicone. There's once again about 5 to 7 millimeters I adjusted, and then I'll make this one big solid core, the one on the right. Inflated the cheeks a little bit, trying to reduce the, you know, the thickness. It's just adjusted in about 5 millimeters. I've been working on this core. Thank you for all the subscribers. Really appreciate it. Hope y'all enjoy my content. Thanks again.